Welcome to Subject Soup. China removed over 1 billion tons of sand from the desert, but what happened next left the world stunned. Was it a groundbreaking environmental success or a disaster in the making? Stay tuned to uncover the shocking results of this massive desert transformation. China moved 1 billion tons of sand. What happened next will shock you. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we dive into some of the most jaw-dropping environmental stories out there. Today, we're talking about China's colossal sand story. It's like something straight out of a high-stakes environmental thriller. Alright, let's start with a staggering fact. China has been on a massive quest to meet its skyrocketing sand needs by shifting from natural to manufactured sand. This isn't just about keeping the construction boom alive, it's about innovation in the face of resource scarcity. As natural sand supplies dwindled, China turned to an alternative, manufactured sand, which is made by crushing rocks. This switch has not only helped preserve natural landscapes, but has also proven to be a more sustainable option in the long run. The push for manufactured sand really picked up around 2010 when it began to surpass natural sand in usage. Imagine this. By 2020, natural sand usage had plummeted to just 21% of China's total sand consumption. This massive decrease highlights a significant shift towards more sustainable construction practices and shows just how quickly change can happen when driven by necessity and innovation. This transition to manufactured sand is not just about environmental sustainability, it's also economically savvy. Using crushed rocks and mining waste is cheaper than extracting natural sand from rivers and beaches, which has traditionally been more destructive to ecosystems. This method reduces the impact on these natural habitats and lowers the cost of materials for China's vast infrastructure projects. However, transitioning to manufactured sand hasn't been without challenges. The process requires specific technologies and equipment to crush and sift rocks into fine particles that can mimic the properties of natural sand. The scale of this operation is monumental, considering the sheer volume of construction projects in China, from towering skyscrapers to expansive roads. Despite these challenges, the shift has been largely successful, setting a precedent for other countries dealing with similar resource shortages. It's a testament to China's ability to adapt and innovate in the face of environmental and economic pressures, showcasing a forward-thinking approach to resource management that could potentially inspire global practices. Moving on to an environmental hotspot, let's talk about Poyang Lake, China's largest freshwater lake, which has been at the center of a sand mining controversy. The lake is crucial for biodiversity, supporting millions of migratory birds and numerous endangered species. However, its health has been compromised by extensive sand dredging, which is necessary to feed the construction frenzy in places like Shanghai. The ecological impacts here are severe. Sand dredging in Poyang has led to decreased water quality and disrupted habitats, which spells trouble for the local wildlife and communities dependent on the lake for their livelihoods. It's a classic case of economic gain versus environmental sustainability, and so far, the environment seems to be losing. This situation at Poyang Lake serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of uncontrolled resource extraction. The lake's fish populations are struggling, as their breeding grounds are being destroyed, and water turbidity is increasing, which further harms aquatic life. The local communities, who rely on fishing and tourism, are finding it harder to sustain their way of life amidst these environmental changes. Moreover, the dredging activities have not only local but also global implications. The destruction of such a critical natural habitat contributes to broader ecological instability, which can have cascading effects on global biodiversity. It's a poignant example of how local actions can have far-reaching environmental impacts. In response to the growing crisis, environmentalists and local governments are calling for stricter regulations and more sustainable practices in sand mining. The need for balance between development and environmental protection is becoming ever more apparent, as the consequences of neglecting such balance are manifesting in real and damaging ways. Now, let's switch gears and look at an inspiring initiative, the Green Great Wall. This isn't just any wall, it's a massive environmental project aimed at combating the effects of desertification in northern China, a region that's been particularly hard hit by this ecological phenomenon. The project involves planting vast stretches of trees to prevent the desert from spreading and to stabilize the soil. Initiated in 1978, the 3 North Shelter Belt program has seen millions of trees planted over decades. These trees act as a natural barrier against sandstorms, which can devastate crops, villages, and ecosystems. It's an ambitious attempt to restore land health and protect agricultural areas from the encroaching desert. The benefits of this program extend beyond just stopping the sand. These green barriers also improve air quality by filtering out dust and pollutants, and they increase biodiversity by providing habitats for various species. It's a multifaceted approach to environmental restoration that highlights the interconnectedness of ecosystems. The scale of this endeavor is truly monumental. Covering an area several times the size of the UK, the project is one of the most extensive ecological restoration efforts in the world. It's a testament to what can be achieved with long-term commitment and strategic planning in environmental conservation. However, the success of such a large-scale project isn't guaranteed. It requires continuous management and adaptation to changing environmental conditions and scientific insights. Ongoing research and monitoring are crucial to ensure that the efforts are effective and that the goals of the program are being met. Lastly, let's explore how China is using its vast desert regions to double down on environmental sustainability through the deployment of solar farms. This innovative approach not only generates renewable energy but also plays a crucial role in combating desertification, a win-win for energy and the environment. China's plan to develop large-scale solar farms in desert areas is a bold move to utilize lands that are otherwise barren. By installing solar panels, these areas are transformed into productive lands that contribute to the country's energy grid. This initiative is particularly ingenious because it leverages the abundant sunshine in these arid regions to power up the nation's renewable energy capacity. But the benefits don't stop at energy production. The presence of solar panels has been shown to improve the local microclimate. For instance, panels reduce water evaporation and increase soil moisture, which can help vegetation to grow and soil to stabilize. This can prevent the sand from shifting, thus mitigating one of the main drivers of desertification. Furthermore, the infrastructure needed for these solar farms, such as anti-dust nets and protective measures to prevent sand accumulation, also helps to manage the landscape actively. It's a proactive approach to land management that not only secures energy but also secures the ecological future of the region. This strategy exemplifies how renewable energy projects can be integrated with environmental conservation efforts to address multiple challenges simultaneously. It's a forward-thinking model that other countries with similar geographical and environmental conditions might consider emulating. Wrapping up today's discussion, China's handling of its sand resources and environmental challenges offers valuable lessons in sustainability and innovation. From transforming waste into valuable construction material to regreening deserts and harnessing the sun's power, China is redefining what it means to be resourceful in the modern age. These initiatives reflect a deep understanding of the intricate balance required between development and nature conservation, setting a benchmark for global environmental management strategies. If you've been enjoying the content and finding it helpful or interesting, I'd love to have you join our community by subscribing to the channel. It's completely free and helps the channel grow so I can keep bringing you even more awesome content. No pressure, but your support means the world to me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you.